What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ethan. We're having a great day. I can't even I don't even know what to say in this intro. We're playing another tournament. We're back at the Rio right now. There's an $800 deep stack freeze out for a bracelet. I've never been more confident. I've never been more excited. I have been more excited to play a tournament, but I'm really feeling good for obvious reasons, and I'm just really looking forward to playing this one. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to hop in there. I'm just going to register starting with 40K in stack, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just going to enjoy the experience. Finally, hopefully get this on the vlog, because the first time I played a Hold'em bracelet event, I busted in 20 minutes. Then we went to play the Venetian event. Let's get the bracelet. I'm confident, feeling good. Let's have some fun. Our tournament journey starts here at level 5. Blinds are 400, 500, 500, and with a 40,000 starting stack, we're starting off playing 5-handed. First off, we pick up 10-9 of hearts in the cutoff, and I decide to raise it up to 1,200. Button folds, and now onto the small blind, who 3-bets to 3,800. The big blind folds to me, and well, I feel like the small blind is definitely going to 3-bet a narrow range typically, but we have a very good hand to play, especially deep stacked, so I make the call. Going to a flop of Queen 6-7 Rainbow, no heart on the board, and all we do is flop a gutter ball. He throws out a bet of 3,200, and early on, I think sometimes we can float, but considering we don't have any backdoor heart draws, kind of sucks. Definitely can bluff on later streets, but first hand in, I decided to just let this one go, especially with like 9 hours of play today, so let's just fold and see the next hand. Next hand we go, we're in level 6, blinds have increased to 300, 600, 600, and we pick up Ace-Jack of spades in the small blind. The unlinked player opens it up to 1,500, and I just watched this player double up by calling with Ace-9 of clubs from +1. So clearly he has a wide range, and there are 2 players who call in position now onto me. We're out of position, we have a strong hand, and definitely incentivized to take down this pot pre-flop. I 3-bet to 7,000. Well, this just certainly doesn't work, as the big blind folds, under the gun player jams 30,000. Action folds to me. We have 24K in stack now after we reluctantly fold, but still 40 big blinds is just a frustrating start to this tournament so far. Next one, a little bit better, with Ace Queen offsuit on the button now. There's a +1 open to 1,200. I decided to 3-bet this one to 3,600, and only this +1 player calls, so we're off to see a flop. Flop comes 9-8-4 to hearts. He checks to me, and with a whole lot of nothing, I'm just going to throw out a bet, see what's going on. I c-bet 2,700, and for this price, he decides it's good enough to come along for a call. When the turn comes, the 6 of diamonds, he checks to me again, and this board now heavily favors his range. I think I'm just going to check this one back and see what happens. When the river comes, a 6, now any 5 makes a straight, any 10 makes a straight, just a whole lot going on. He checks for a third time, and do I have any 10x holdings? He certainly has a lot more, I think, as the caller of the 3-bet. So if I bet here, just deciding on what I'm bluffing out, I think 2 pairs make the call, and usually if he has an overpair or something like that, people don't ever fold those either. He certainly has all the sets as well, so I don't know. Although I don't think Ace Queen high is going to be good here a lot of the time, seems a little too ambitious to bluff. I check this one back, and he shows us, well, pocket deuces. For all of my thinking and thinking out my thoughts clearly, can't say I expected that hand to be in there. But regardless, we are down to 18.5K, 33 big blinds to work with now. Blinds have increased here in level 8. Blinds are 500, 1K, 1K, and with about 25,000 in stack, finally picking up a premium pocket queens in the cutoff. I open it up to 2,200, and we get the big blind to make the call. Off to a flop of Ace-4 deuce. Not great on an ace-high board, so when she checks, I decide to just check this one back. When the turn comes, the 6 of hearts brings in 2 flush draws out there, and once again she checks, and feeling a little more confident and comfortable with my hand, I decided to bet out $1,800 for value, hoping to get called by some flush draws or a smaller pair, and for $1,800 she makes the call. The river now comes the 9 of hearts, so backdoor flush draw does get there, and for a third time she checks here. And it's a decision point to either check back or go for a small bet for value. I've seen this player call fairly light with third pair one time, so I guess as played with a decently strong hand, I think we just have to go for it here. Try to throw out a small bet, and if we face a raise, probably gonna have to fold. I size to 3,000, and onto her, she puts on her thinking cap and ultimately ends up making the call. So show pocket queens, and she mucks. So we're going to scoop this one. It hasn't been a lot of fun for me this tournament so far, but finally winning a hand post-flop. So on our break right now, played for 2 hours, just trying to claw back to even or trying to claw back to a starting stack. Feel good. That's all I got. 20-minute break, and we'll hop back in, play 2 more hours, and go from there. I think we're supposed to play 9 to 11 hours of poker today, so got a lot of room to play with and feeling good. That's all that matters. Fast forwarding the play now, moving up to level 10. Blinds are 800, 1600, 1600, and we pick up King Jack offsuit in the big blind with 37.5K. There's a +1 open to 3,200. Hijack, small blind, make the call, and onto me to close out the action. With under 25 big blinds and offsuit Broadway, I think we have good removal to stronger pocket pairs and premiums like Ace King, Pocket Kings, Pocket Jacks. So we certainly can call here, but I think I'm super incentivized to jam with 9,600 chips in the middle that we can add to our stack. So let's go for it. Risk our tournament life and rip it all in. We get the +1 player to really think about it, and looks like he has a borderline hand. And while he's thinking, I'm just praying he folds, because he looks like he can hold some Ace Jack or King Queen hands offsuit that we can fold out. Ultimately, he folds and onto this hijack player and just jams himself. So right off the bat, we've got action. Small blind folds, and well, we're up against Ace Jack of Hearts. So we are in desperate need to suck out for our tournament life. Not a high probability of that happening, but when the flop comes king high, find the suck out here. Gotta love it. The run out holds, and here we are. BINK City flop for us, and somehow we hold, and just still living that luck box life, we scoop and find a double up. Our stack is now up to 80,000, and we're certainly in it here in this tournament. We're back having some life here. So in the same level, picking up pocket sixes in the hijack, action folds to me, and I raise this one to 3,200. Folds around to the small blind player who now 3-bets to 11.2 thousand. Folds to me, and I haven't seen this player 3-bet light at all, but given the configuration of a late position open, she certainly has the ability to 3-bet lighter, and it's a decision point of either jamming or folding in my spot. This player has under 50,000 in stacks, so less than 30 big blinds, and it's really hard to pull the trigger here when I think I know I should be 4-bet jamming this all the time. With a semi-marginal hand, it's pretty risky to just put it all in with a small pocket pair, but ultimately, I end up pulling the trigger when I think about it. I rip it all in, and she says she can't fold, so oh boy. We're up against Ace Jack offsuit. We're gonna need to win a flip in this one. Good thing is that at least we have a higher chance of winning than the last all-in we faced. But when the flop comes Jack, Jack, Deuce, not the one we're looking for, and she ultimately ends up boating up. We pay her the 47.5K in her stack, and now our stack, just like that, cripples to 34.5 thousand. Just the tournament life and the variance that comes with it. Moving on to level 11, where the blinds are 1,000, 2,000, 2,000, and we are in serious need to double up. With Ace-9 offsuit in the hijack, we've got 15 big blinds, and it's an easy standard all-in. We get the button to end up making the call, and we're up against pocket sevens, so it's a complete flip, and gotta try to win this one. Unfortunately, we don't improve, and pocket sevens is gonna hold, so GG's to that buy-in. Welcome to the realistic part of tournament poker. Get it all in, try to win some flips. Sometimes it doesn't work out, sometimes you win a tournament. Anyways, in this turbo structure, just gotta go all in, so we're gonna rebuy, because I don't think this vlog has enough hands yet. We're gonna rebuy 40K, so we're gonna come back in with 20 big blinds, and we're gonna go all in again and again and again. We'll see how it goes. Welcome to tournaments. I'm getting yelled at. Bullet number 2, we go. Level 12, blinds are 1,200, 2,400, 2,400, and we pick up Ace-7 offsuit in the big blind, and we're playing 6-handed. There is a hijack open to 5,200. Small blind makes the call, and here, I think with 15 big blinds, playing 6-handed, ready to spin it up. We're already all in. The hijack snap calls, so that's not a good sign. But it ends up being good when the small blind folds his pocket deuces, and we're up against king, queen offsuit. Wow. We're actually a pretty decent favorite to win, and when the run out comes, somehow, some way, ace high holds, and just like that, one hand into the tournament, we have doubled up to 81,000 in chips, and we've got life once again. Following hand with king jack offsuit in the small blind, once again still six-handed. The chip leader at the table opens in the cutoff to 6,000. Onto me with king jack offsuit, less than 30 big blinds in stack. I think we can apply a lot of pressure to his wider opening range. So we rip it all in and put our stack at risk once again. Not good news that the big blind next to act immediately snap calls for like 35,000, and that's not good. Cutoff ends up folding, and well, bad news, we somehow ran into pocket kings. We're not going to win this one, but at least we're still alive, back to starting stack when we lose, down to about 43,000 in chips, and gonna need some help for sure. It's been an action-packed, interesting level, and we pick up pocket queens in the cutoff. Need this, especially sitting with only 16 big blinds. I raise it up to a min open to 4,800. Big blind defends, and we're going to a flop of 10-5-3 rainbow. He checks to me, and I'm going to c-bet super small. I don't have much in stack to play for, and I want to get a lot of it in, so I c-bet 3,000, and 3,000 he calls. The turn comes the 8 of clubs, so pretty safe looking card for us overall. I bet again 8,000 when he checks to me, but this time he's going to let his cards go. At least we chipped up, although we would have really loved a double up with a hand this strong. Back at it, trying to spin it up, we pick up our hand, pocket fours in the big blind, still six-handed, and the hijack opens to 5,200. There's not a lot for me to do with under 20 big blinds. I rip it all in, and oh god. He calls with pocket kings, he's got like 20 big blinds, and this is not good.
Your turn to stack me this time.
We are unfortunately crippled as we don't spike a 4 in this run out, and just like that, we have 4,400 in chips. Not a lot to do with just under 2 big blinds. The very next hand in the small blind, we pick up pocket nines. Who would have thought? There's a button who opens to 6,000. We are all in for a very small amount, and we're up against king 10 offsuit. Oh god, another flip for our tournament life, although it doesn't mean a whole lot at this point with only 2 big blinds, but somehow we hold, and we're up to 10,000 in chips. On to dinner break. We'll see how we can spin this up.
So now we just found a way to kill 75 minutes. We're trying to kill 75 minutes. I have no chips, and we're gonna come back and I'll have like 3 big blinds. See you guys when I bust in 75 minutes. It'll be just like that.
After dinner break, we're back at level 13. Blinds are 1,500, 3K, 3K. We've got 4.5 big blinds and a dream, and one of the first hands back from break, we pick up ace queen offsuit. Wow, this is a premium. I jam my massive and very intimidating stack of 4.5 bigs, and action folds around to the small blind who makes the call. He's the chip leader at this table. He's got king 3 of clubs, so I guess we look like we're in decent shape. The flop comes king high. Oh, that's gross. Turn ace. Wow. We've got life, we hold on the river, and just like that, somehow, some way, we've picked up to 11 big blinds, and who knows, we just might spin it up. With 11 big blinds in stack, still short-handed at this table, we are in +1 with deuces. It's a little risky of a decision to rip this one all in with the worst pocket pair imaginable, but you've got to get lucky to win these tournaments. I'm in it, I jam. The button calls, and then the big blind calls. So this can't be good against 2 other opponents. We are up against pocket 10s and pocket 8s. So definitely not good. Gotta hit a deuce and fade some stuff. When the flop comes a 10, yeah, that's GG's for us. Good game, tried to spin it up in this turbo, and unfortunately just couldn't get anything going this tournament.
Well, we tried. We got at least 1 double, which was fun, and then, you know, deuces, I guess,
I'm jamming there, 7-handed, whatever. So hopefully you enjoyed this ridiculous video of just like madness, all-ins left and right. That's what happens in a turbo. Blinds went up super quick, and it's an all-in fest, and didn't go away today. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for sticking to the end. See you guys in the next one. We're gonna play more tournaments. I think there's a Venetian tournament that we are obligated to play. Maybe more WSOP stuff, some cash stuff, who knows. But thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.